Later.
Good morning everybody and welcome back. See this cow here, 254, I think she's a 4-year-old. Such a nice cow. She is Jersey, she's dark but she is purebred Jersey. So I got up to the cow shed this morning, went to turn my camera on and flat battery. Bit of a rookie error there, I'm not sure what quite happened because I did have it on the charger. But I got up this morning and went through all the cows and marked out the ones I wanted like this. And put a blue line across their back. Actually there's one right here too, 42. Because these cows are going to the works next week. It is Wednesday today, we've got them booked in from a week for now, but it could be early, I'm not sure. We just get told by the stock truck company when he's coming, so I just wanted to be on top of it, and so it's not much of a rush next week. I think there's about 45 of them in total, I haven't counted them up yet, but I made a list last night of all the numbers of all the cows in the herd, except I forgot 202. I need to edit this, I did make this on Word. And I've gone through and I've marked all the cows that I wanted. So all the blue ones are the dry, or I'm going to use dry cow, so they're alright. But these ones here, like number 2, so that is a cull cow because it is empty. I'll put a little key down here. So green, there's a few aged, 312, she was over 11 years old I think. So she needs to go. High somatic cell count, say these cows here. And the empties, there's 27 empties, I know that. But obviously I've got to make room for the heifers that are coming through, so I've budgeted on having 74 of those heifers calve out of 77. Maybe it's a little high. I definitely know there's one empty over there. You always get a couple of empties, but we don't pregnancy test because we don't really need to. And these cows are making room for them, so we're planning to calve down 326 cows in total. We want to milk about that 320 mark, which enables us to maybe cull a few at calving, or if we get the odd death, which hopefully we don't, but that's the sort of reason behind it. But I'm going to go move the heifers now. These cows they're fine, I've just come to shut them in. I need to test this fence too because I don't think it's going. Oh, it is now, 3.8, that's good. I need powerful in there and here, and it wasn't going the other day, but it's good, that helps. I have put up a fence in front of them, I always do, but I'm second guessing myself I guess, because I think I've probably given them too much, so wouldn't take me much to redo it. It's pretty dry at the moment, so these guys will be right for a few more minutes while I do that. I was going to give them 4 days in here, but I've shifted them along. They've actually done 3 days here alright. I was going to split this one in half, but I think I might try and give them another 3 days out of here too. Or 2.5, I could go 1, 2, give them half a day there and then put them up into this paddock in the afternoon, something like that. But yeah, I might move this fence because just looking at it, I'm not real happy. That's a bit better, so I've probably pulled it 20 metres this way, maybe 25. It's still probably a little bit too big, but it'll be alright. I haven't got the reel at this end, so what I usually do is I need to flick this around the other way. Like that, I'll pull it back a little bit. Put that there. And just walk it around like that. Come on in. Steady. No. Follow your mates. Come on. There we go. that calf will go to grazing soon, but we had one that's still up there because it got woody tongue before it came home. So Merv wanted to keep it up there and treat it. He's not charging us for it. And he said he'd bring it back when it was better and we'll just swap it for that calf. Put that back on. They're pretty happy in there, they're not making much noise now. So I know people, well, there's lots of different methods to do it, but I could have pinned the wire to the ground and let them walk over it, but for us that's a massive no-no, because if you sort of get them used to that, then sometimes in the winter they can knock the standards over, not intentionally, but they sort of can get knocked over or pulled out, and then the wire's almost lying on the ground, and if they're used to stepping over it, they will get over it into the next break. So for us, we find that if we sort of let them round or we wind the wire up for them, that they sort of tend to stay behind it even if it is nearly on the ground. So that's just our theory anyway. I pushed that pile up last night too, and the fire started back up and burnt down pretty well. It looks pretty good. We'll be able to clean that one up soon. And I just whacked another fence in front of them, so if they get out they can't go over the whole paddock. Not that they would, they are pretty good. But before I leave I might just walk around them, get them used to me. Hey girls. Looking at the forecast too, there's not a lot of rain in the next week, which is good. So once I put them in their next break, or even the next one, I can start setting up in here. Well, you always start at the, well, we always start, or I always start at the end of the paddock and then work your way back towards the gate. It's just easier that way. I'm thinking I might get 4 or 5 days out of here, which is good. I like this paddock because it's quite long and narrow, so you can just go straight along with the fences. You don't have to cut it in half. But there's a little bit more grass in there than what was in here. We had a tree in here where these gums were that fell over on the race last year, and it sort of wiped out a couple of the posts. So we put these posts in while Doug was here. I just need to put insulators on them and they're good to go. Oh, I'll give it a quick tighten too because it's a bit loose, but then the fence will be back to normal. We use these wire tighteners, so you just turn this with a, well, whatever you got, a spanner usually, and it just pulls the wire in and clicks off as it goes, and it gets it nice and tight. Right, that'll do I think for that one. So this fence, or that old strainer there, I don't think it was treated and it just snapped off at the base. So it was there, I just dug a new hole next to it, and we'll put one of these big posts in, put some insulators on this side, and I'll just put another quarter round, probably where that reel is, somewhere along there, just tidy it up a little bit. Needs a post in there. And just ram it and be done. That looks a bit better. Just give these wires a bit of a tighten, especially the bottom one, and then it should be done. Oh, it's really easy with a spanner, but I couldn't find one. Nice and tight. It's been so windy lately, but today it's just been real still and warm, which is cool. The cows are in here 2 days ago, so you can see there's growth coming back, good growth rates actually. They were in there yesterday, and they're in here probably 4 days ago, so you can see that sort of lighter green change to a darker lighter green through there. Because once we dry them off and they come out of these paddocks, well, there's only another 10 days I suppose, 10 paddocks I need. They won't be coming back in here for, I think we go down to about a 100-day round through winter, so they'll try and build covers up for calving. You can see all the blue back cows here, 194. She's always at the front, that cow. There's not many days that I don't put up a fence. Usually got to do a fence today somewhere, but that's where the cows are going tomorrow morning. I get two days out of that paddock. I took some wire out before. I'm going to go fix something opposite where we did next to that silage pit, because I don't know, looks a little bit ratty, so we'll go and have a look. This is just another stretch of fence I want to get tidied up. So there should be 3 wires here, but there's only 2. Well, that you can see because one is buried. I'm going to have to walk along and pull it out of the ground. Hopefully it's not too bad. That's a big no-no too. That's been put on the wrong way. I'll have to cut that off. And that's why I bought a bit of wire there so I can fix that. These are pretty old school though. They must be, oh, fence is off. They must be, jeepers, I don't know, 30, 40 years old maybe. Oh, there it comes. Oh. This is how you used to insulate your wires. That's just like some underground cable. You just thread it through, or it's I don't know how many mil that'd be. It'd be tiny, 5 mil. And you used to do it like that. So I'm going to replace them with insulators because I don't like that now. Well, I'd look better without them too, doesn't it? Right, that looks much better. So all it needs now is just a quick strain up and then it's done. I've decided I'm going to start fresh and get a new one of these because it's got no nut to turn it. So I'm just going to get a new one of those. But it's all set, it'll only be a quick job. I'd also like to say thanks to everyone who's subscribed so far, and over the last week I've had about 300 people, so welcome along. It's certainly helping me getting me to that goal of 5,000, which isn't too far away now. But that'll pretty much do it for today, guys. But I will see you all again next time. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, it'd be much appreciated.